Hello and welcome to the update. I'm Michelle Stevenson. Australia's Commonwealth Games boss has lashed out at the Victorian Premier after he sensationally reneged on his state's commitment to host the 2026 event. $2.6 billion had been budgeted, but Daniel Andrews says that has blown out to at least $6 billion. Games CEO Craig Phillips says the budget concerns have been grossly exaggerated.
The Victorian Government willfully ignored recommendations to move events to purpose-built stadia in Melbourne and in fact remain wedded to proceeding with expensive temporary venues in regional Victoria.
While Shadow Sports Minister Anne Ruston says Dan Andrews should be ashamed.
For all those people in rural and regional Victoria who thought they were going to have the opportunity to showcase their amazing communities to the world, all of them have been let down by the decision by Daniel Andrews today.
The other states, along with New Zealand, say they will not be putting their hand up to stand in and host. Voice supporters have enlisted Indigenous sporting stars to help make the case for enshrining the First Nations advisory body in the Constitution. The official Yes essay included quotes from the NRL's Jonathan Thurston, AFL great Eddie Betts and tennis star Yvonne Goolagong-Cawley. The no case, though, relies on former judges and some Indigenous leaders. Dire predictions for Australia's job market, with claims that nearly 138,000 people could be out of a job in the next 18 months. The Reserve Bank has admitted its aggressive rate hikes could push unemployment to 4.5% by the end of 2024. The latest minutes from this month's board meeting have hinted more rate rises are possible. Addiction experts are pleading for changes to the crackdown on vaping. Data shows smoking rates in Australia remain stubbornly stagnant, unlike countries where vaping is actually regulated. And Commonwealth Bank has come under fire after announcing it'll scrap cash withdrawals as well as deposits from several of its branches across the country. Sport and entertainment are next. To sport now, and Novak Djokovic has been fined $11,500 for smashing his racket during his loss in the Wimbledon final. And the Tour de France peloton enjoyed a rest day ahead of stage 16. In your entertainment news, and you might remember I was talking about Ariana Grande not having a wedding ring at Wimbledon recently. Well, she's come out and said in entertainment news, and you might remember Ariana Grande was recently snapped without a wedding ring in Wimbledon. Well, it seems her estranged husband has apparently been dating other people for months following their split in January. The singer isn't too phased, though. Friends say she has no issues with him moving on. Speaking of splitting up, and Sofia Vergara has taken to Instagram for the first time since announcing her split from her hubby of 7 years. The actress sharing snaps from her birthday trip to Italy with girlfriends following the news that her and Joe Manganiello had called it quits. And the Oppenheimer premiere has gone ahead in New York. That's despite some of Hollywood's biggest stars boycotting the event amid the writers' strike. Matt Damon, Florence Pugh, Emily Blunt and Robert Downey Jr. were all no-shows, with the film's director Christopher Nolan the only one to walk the red carpet. That's the latest from the Nova Podcast News team. We'll have another episode of The Update for you tomorrow. I'm Michelle Stevenson.